put the TriCaster in. It's pretty cool, right? Oh, I guess we're back. So Russell, I should hang up on you because we're done having our business discussion over the Xbox. Xbox, hang up. Xbox, hang up. There, okay, it worked. Okay, Xbox, call Radford Castro. Call Radford Castro. Maybe the PBS is too much. Xbox, call Radford Castro.
Nick, look what I've got.
Xbox, call Radford Castro.
Her name's Honey.
Okay, well that didn't work.
1520, and now, as you might have guessed, we're taking a look at the Xbox
We'll call it
One.
manually.
Oh, it's going to call Radford Castro now.
Controller.
So, when you think about a game console like the PS4, the Xbox One, what do you think about? You think about
Radford.
games. These are some of the launch day games. A couple of launch exclusives: Rise, Son of Rome, Dead Rising 3, and of course games that are on all the platforms, including Call of Duty Ghost. But the truth is, a lot of what the Xbox One from Microsoft does is more than gaming. It's gaming plus. For instance, we're using the Skype right now. And by the way, you see the Skype screen, our Skype picture in the lower inset. Watch, if I get out of the shot here, I got to hide from the Kinect.
Yeah, I'll go down.
It's going to slowly zoom over to wherever Alex is. And it's hard to see, see, it's following Alex around.
Now, if you walk back in,
It's doing that digitally. It also knows that I'm here, and we're going to show you that in a second. Hey, Radford, see you later. Thanks for joining us. But this is an amazing thing
Xbox,
to sit in your living room. Xbox,
hang up. Good enough. Okay.
It's listening to you.
All right.
This is the Kinect module. One of the reasons the Xbox costs $500, $100 more than the PS4, is this. This is a requirement. You can no longer buy an Xbox without the Kinect console, the Kinect module. This is a camera over here. It also has an array mic here. It's listening all the time and it's on all the time. Now that scares some people, and if it scares you, you probably shouldn't buy this device. Of course, you can always disconnect it, but a lot of the features and a lot of the appeal to me of the Xbox is the Kinect. So let's put it back over here where we set it up. When you move the Kinect, you're supposed to reconfigure it, and I may have screwed this up.
Put it back where it was and
put it pretty much where it was and hope that
So this is actually what the Kinect sees. So this is just the regular RGB stuff.
And notice, it knows... Oh, it doesn't know me.
Doesn't know you.
Is it going to know you?
It might. Well, we'll see. So it's also got infrared that it's tracking, and also depth. So if my hand's up close,
it's a Z-axis as well.
It'll change color depending on the depth of it. But let's try here. If you grab
I'm too
the
far
controller
away,
now,
probably.
And go ahead and I'll step out of the way, and then you sign in and press the button. It should go back to you.
Xbox, go home. It knows that it's me and that I'm logged in. This is the new Xbox controller, very similar to the old one. I think the biggest improvement is a much better D-pad, and no longer a bulge for the batteries. These batteries, by the way, are the same batteries that came with the Xbox, the alkaline batteries I installed when I got it on day one, which was last Friday. And I expect it to last a few more days. This is with pretty heavy use. These batteries last well, although I will be using rechargeable batteries in here. It does have a connector, a USB connector that's not for charging. That is just for controlling it. If the batteries die, you can still play a game by being connected directly to the USB panel.
It's for charging if you have the play and charge kit.
Pardon me?
There's a play and charge kit that you can buy that's got
You can buy something that will add it in. Yeah, I just have a nickel metal hydride recharger, and I just keep batteries ready to go. This is the Xbox console. By the way, one thing really improved. Listen carefully. Do you hear anything? On the old Xbox 360, you would have heard a jet engine taking off. One big muffin fan in here not only keeps it cool, but keeps it cool very quietly. Even when I'm using the disc, I don't hear a lot of noise. You hear the normal, access noise. But this is actually a very quiet machine, which makes it very suitable for the living room. Unlike the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One's power supply is external. Some people don't like that. There's an advantage to it. It keeps the thermal... the heat out of the box. I don't mind it. It's behind my credenza where my TV is. It's out of the way. That's fine. But let's really talk about what the Xbox does best, which is, of course, play games and, frankly, I'm going to take my earpiece out. It's driving me crazy here. Sorry about that. Play games. There we go. Oh, it's so quiet. Play games and as a media center in your home. I just think this is a phenomenal device for the living room. The ability to make Skype calls is phenomenal. Xbox home. Xbox Hello, Xbox. This is giving me a list, by the way, of all the commands I can say. Go home. Go home. Does not work perfectly, I admit, but it does work more often than not. And it's really nice to be able to watch a movie, for instance, and to pause it in the middle. I'll show you over here. These are my pinned icons. YouTube, Skype. It does support Netflix. It does support Hulu Plus. I've got Amazon Instant Video. In fact, let's watch real quickly some Amazon Instant Video on here, because one of the things I really like is that I can pause the video and resume it with my voice. If I get up, I want to answer the door. I'm not signed in. Well, we'll just have to do that another time. But if I want to get up, I can say Xbox pause. It'll stop the video. I can say Xbox play. It'll resume it. You have a lot of commands available that make it very much easier. But really, if you're going to buy it, you're going to buy it for the game. So let's talk a little bit about the games. Oh, one more thing I just wanted to show you real quickly. The Kinect can also be used to scan barcodes, and this is kind of a nice feature. A lot of times, for instance, Dead Rising 3 comes with a barcode with some additional information. I can say, Xbox, use code. I can even be in the middle of a game and do this right now. Xbox. Maybe not. Xbox. Hey, Xbox. Xbox. Use code. And then I can watch this. I love this feature. Just hold the QR code up to the camera here, and it adds it. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'll take that day one exclusive for Dead Rising 3. That was pretty neat. And so you don't enter in a lot of codes and stuff. Let's go back to Rise, Son of Rome. This is one of the Xbox exclusives. And one of the things people point out with the Xbox One compared to the PlayStation 4 is it isn't 1080p on many of the games, or any of the games as far as I can tell. But I have to say, it feels pretty smooth, pretty fluid, and it looks great. This is a fun game. You play a Roman centurion. There's the Emperor Nero. I've got to help him. All right, you want me to go in there, Nero? All right, let's do it. And I don't think you're going to look at this and say, even on a big screen, I watched this on my 55-inch OLED, I don't think you're going to say, oh, golly, the graphics are terrible on this. I think they're quite good. And it sure is a lot of fun to play. Oh, let's not show this violence. It's just too horrible, too violent for words. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Oh, my God, the humanity. Press yellow, press blue, and he's gone. Anyway, a lot of fun. Okay, stop it. Xbox, home. I'm sorry, I always say the wrong thing. Xbox, go home. Well, you can always press the home button to do that. You can also snap, by the way, which is fun. So you saw earlier Alex had a Skype call going on, but he was also watching live TV. That's one of the things that's really different about this, the ability to watch TV with this as an overlay. That's because the Xbox does something different. Like the old Google TV, it does a pass-through, so it's not going to take an additional HDMI input. The Xbox actually... it takes the input from your cable or direct TV box and passes it through to your TV. Oh, we never did set up the direct TV on this one. Did we?
I did.
Oh, you're the man. So we're going to see how you can watch TV. I can snap, for instance, they have an NFL application. I can snap to the corner we're watching TV. There you go. All right. So give me a command. Let's say Xbox.
Show guide.
Show guide. It doesn't hear me. I think because we moved it around, it's not hearing me as well as it used to.
We're in a somewhat noisy studio.
Xbox, show guide. Show guide. I've been using this in my home environment, even with loud TV going on, and it works really well to be able to talk. You can say, Xbox, watch HBO. And it will jump to that channel. It actually knows what channels are available to me. It shows the programming guide. I can go to shows. I can go to channels. We're not getting the best results in here. I think it's because probably I need to resync this after moving the Kinect around. Xbox, watch KGO. Guess we don't have HBO on here, but you see it gives you a list in green of things you can watch. Watch ABC.
I don't think the infrared is bouncing.
Oh, that's another issue. All right, let's talk about that. This really worked really well. You tell it what receivers you have, what cable box or satellite box you have, what TV you have, and then it floods the room with infrared and bounces it off. Now, our DirecTV box is nowhere in infrared line of sight from this device, so it's not going to be able to control that. That makes sense.
It was earlier, so
where is our?
until you moved
It's
it.
our box is where? It's
Right
like,
there.
oh, it's down there. All right. But it does, in fact, work quite well to control the receiver. When I say Xbox turn on, it turns on everything. I can change channels directly, and at home it works quite well. There were a few little glitches. One, my very recent Samsung OLED TV, it didn't know about that. I've heard from some people that the Pioneer, Kuro TVs, it doesn't have that. But these can all be updated very simply in software by Microsoft. It works very well. It's a universal remote control. If you decide you don't want to use voice control, you can, of course, always use the Xbox controller. And what I really like is Microsoft has made a free app, a smart glass app, available on every platform, iOS, Android, and of course on Windows Phone, that lets me do a lot of things direct. You know, let me do it on the big one here. And I got the Lumia 1520. We can run the smart glass app on here. You'd be able to see it a little bit better. I can see everything that's going on. I can control it. I even have a remote control right here, so I could press this to go back to Xbox Home. I should be able to. I wonder what's going on. You know, I have a feeling that we have lost connectivity with this Xbox. It knows we're watching TV. I could pause it. I should be able to pause it.
We don't have a DVR. So the pausing and stuff only works.
That's
if you
where
have
the
a
DVR.
box.
I think, yeah, and I also think this is not seeing it very well. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again here. You see, it's not.
Well, you are home.
Oh, I am home. I didn't notice.
So we can
Everything's
pan around there.
Everything's live inside the home thing. There are some people who are talking about the fact that it is like the PlayStation 4, a very horizontal layout, and I guess as you add more things to pinning and stuff, it may start to fill up. But I find that you have pretty good control of what you want to use. There's some really great apps on here. This is the NFL app, which allows you to watch a lot of NFL video. You can say what your favorite team is. It's not so much different from going to NFL.com, except it's a lean-back experience. It's on the big screen TV. I have to say, there are a lot of negatives on the Xbox. As you can see, it's not perfect yet. But the promise of this being more than a game machine, and I've played all these games, by the way, and had a lot of fun doing it. The promise of it being more than a game machine is really exciting. And this is something that really belongs in my living room and can do so many things. I don't need a Roku or an Apple TV. You can't watch iTunes, obviously, but if you watch Amazon, you can use that. You can keep track of your friends and their achievements. You can have your gamer avatar. You could see... This is Alex, who's apparently doing all of this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. That's because we were doing it. But I can also scroll down and see what Justine, she's playing Forza Motorsports. Paul Thurrott, he can't stop playing Call of Duty. It's really fun to be able to see your friends, see how they're doing. It's very social. I can, as I'm playing a game, for instance, record 30 seconds of video. What's the command? Xbox, save this video, something like that?
Record that.
Record that. And it will take the 30 seconds that just went by, save it, and upload it automatically to its upload site. They don't support Twitch.tv yet. They don't support 3D Blu-ray yet, but they are presumably going to add that in the future. Blu-ray movies play very well on this. That's another big asset added to the Xbox One. All right, I know this has gone on and on. In fact, I haven't even really scratched the surface of all I can do. But let me give you the pros and cons of the Xbox One. In terms of pros, it's a lot quieter and a lot cooler operation. I think we could safely say the red ring of death is dead. It also has a Blu-ray player finally, which means I can use this as my Blu-ray player. No 3D yet, but that's coming soon, I'm sure. I love the integration with my home theater. It did it flawlessly and easily, including remote control. It becomes, in effect, a universal remote control that allows you to use your iPhone, your Android phone, or your computer to control it via smart glass, Microsoft's second screen technology. The games are pretty playable, you know, but that is, if we talk about cons, is the real con. You cannot play Xbox 360 games on this, and that means you have to play the games that the games that have come out specifically for this, and right now that's fewer than 20 games. There'll be more, I'm sure, in time, but it is somewhat of a limitation. If the games you see are games you want to play, that's a good sign. Of course, they do have some of the bigger titles. Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4 are really fun to play on here, and the games that are exclusive to Xbox, like Rise, Son of Rome, and Dead Rising 3 are also, I think, quite good. I haven't played the Zumba game yet. I can't speak for that. I have played some of the Kinect games, and there are downloadable games. I have the Kinect Rivals, which is a sports game, and that's another pro on this, is that the new Kinect, completely redesigned, doesn't have many of the downsides of the old one. The old one, you had to move furniture out of the way. You had to be 10 feet away from it. You can do the Kinect right up next to it now, and that's a lot of fun. So all in all, I have to say this is a definite buy. I am very happy I got the Xbox One. When I started hearing about PlayStation 4 and all the great things it could do, I started to feel a little bit bad that maybe I'd chosen the wrong device. I'm very excited. I think the Xbox One is great out of the box and is getting better all the time. Here's all the commands. Microsoft published this today, a list of the Xbox commands, and I guess I'm just going to have to use this as a cheat sheet for a while. Let's see. Go ahead.
Xbox, show my stuff. It's not
It heard Xbox. Didn't hear show my
but
stuff.
It went to your home. I don't know if it's because I'm not usually signed into your box. It may
now
not
this is kind of cool. So when you come in and sit down, it can recognize up to 6 people. Facial recognition means that it will know it's Alex. It should, in theory, show Alex's Xbox home. There it is. Configured. Now that's kind of amazing. That is all of your pinned stuff, all of your apps.
So I'm going to pass the controller to you, and then you hit the home button.
And see if it goes back to me, right? We've messed with this a little bit because... yeah, and now I'm logged back in. You see me, and this is my unique home screen. Things like that make this very interesting. When you go over to somebody's house who has an Xbox One, if you have an Xbox One, it'll know about your games. It'll know about your movies. It'll know about your login. It'll automatically recognize. You can recognize 6 people in the room, put their names over each of them, and as you hand off the controller, or you have, it comes with only one controller, but if you have more than one controller, it allows you to participate together in a very easy, fluid way. I feel like this is the beginning of something big. Not exactly perfect yet, but I think very impressive. A definite buy, even at $500. And of course, I expect in the years to come, it'll get less expensive. There'll probably be slimline, and of course, a lot more games. Really, a really nice game.